shoulder mount engages all of the muscles from your belly button up to the top of your head. You are squeezing in with the elbows, pulling down. In that, you are activating your arms and your lats, shoulder blade area. You are also lifting the chest towards the ceiling and engaging the core. Everything squeezes in and pulls down as your knees lift up or as your abdominals contract. You must be the correct distance for your leverage from the pole. If you're too far away, you can't get leverage. If you're too close, you have no room for your arms to activate because your back is pressed firmly against the pole. It is also dependent on where you put your hands. Like I said, if your shoulder's in the wrong place, your hands are in the wrong place, you get no lift. If I have my hands right down next to my head, there's nowhere to go. If I have my hands too high, I am not strong enough to control a full lift on that. Everybody's slightly different. Mine are usually just comfortably above my head. That usually seems to be a good distance for me. If I'm super tired, I might go up half an inch. I want to make sure my head is back, my chest is lifted, and my shoulders are pulled together. My feet don't come apart. I just lift. Keep your feet together. Focus on pointing through the big toe. Hands above. Squeeze the elbows in and down. My ear is touching the pole. Toes together. Toes together. I also have one shoulder that's weaker than the other. Again, body mechanics. I still practice on both sides. This time I will get up on my toes to get the leverage that I need. Make sure my upper body is in place so I'm making that hook with my shoulders and my torso like a pretend candy cane hook. I pull in and down, toes come together. Pull in and down, toes come together. I'm engaging my abs at the same time. I'm not curling. I'm not using my knees. My legs are dead weight. For the standing lift, if you are a beginner, you can do 5 repetitions. Lift lower, lift lower, lift lower, lift lower, switch shoulders. 5 repetitions on the other shoulder. I do opposite hand high to the side of the pole my head is to. My hand that is high matches the ear that's touching. My hands are in cup grip. That means my thumbs are on the same side as my fingers. If you are more intermediate advanced, then hold one lift for 5 seconds. It's not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, etc. 5 seconds on the right, 5 seconds on the left. If it's being done correctly, you will feel from your belly button up, you will feel everything tighten, not painful. You will feel everything engage and work together to lift. Key number 1 is lifting that chest towards the ceiling to pull the shoulder blades together. For those of you that are advanced, you can try shoulder mount from a seated position. I am going to cross my knees Indian style. You can start with your feet flat. However, subconsciously, your body's going to push a little bit from the bottom of your feet. You will get a little bit of an assistance. You can do the torso hang and just elevate your hips off of the stage, off of the platform or floor. Or you can actually try to do a shoulder mount curl. This is for the advanced people only. If you are not advanced and you cannot shoulder mount from a regular standing position, shoulder mount means a complete lift, straddle overhead. If you can't do that from a standing position, then you cannot do this seated exercise. I am going to do it with my feet crossed, Indian style. Opposite hand high to the ear that's touching the pole. My chest is lifted to the ceiling. My elbows are squeezing in and down. I'm lifting and curling my knees in. One shoulder will be stronger than the other. It is okay. Still practice. 5 lifts on one side or 5 seconds on one side. 5 individual lifts on the other, or 5-second holds on that side as well. When doing shoulder mount, like I said, it engages everything from your belly button up until the quote curl. Until the curl portion, you are basically dead weight from the belly button down. Once the curl starts to happen, then you have to engage your legs to straddle overhead. Everything must stay tight and squeeze together, hold in and down so as to not put any extra stress on one joint, and that everything actually works together in one unit. If you had any questions, make sure you ask. Otherwise, I'll see you in class. Bye.